What's this? I'm gonna get bit by a spider. I don't even know if I'm in frame. Probably gonna move the camera up. I bought another thing for here. That's right. This is another full-fledged video by me, and I'm in my backyard right now with another horrible thing that I bought. Now let me tell you the backstory after I show you what's under this tarp. It's so cool. Just ignore that. Alright, you ready? Voila! Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's get a quick, awesome edit. Berg. That's right. I bought myself a Berg go-kart. Now, how this came to be? So, I was invited to a cottage, and apparently, like, I haven't been there since I was like 3, and so I finally decided, like, you know what, let me go. And I had the best time up there. With the arms out. And up there, they had this. I used to have a little green Ohak go-kart. I don't know how it's pronounced. And I loved that thing. I rode it even until I was like 12, and I was way too big for it. And then I sold at a yard sale. So I was really disappointed because I really liked the go-kart because it's like a mini vehicle. It's got 4 wheels. It's like a bike, but a car. And so I seen this there, and I was like, man, that thing is freaking sweet. I was like, can I ride it? And they're like, sure. So I got on it, and I went. Gotta move this out of the way. Got on it. I was like, okay, man, let me pedal. And it did this. The seat is way too close. This is not how it's actually gonna work. And it did this. See? Nothing at all. Wow! So, I was sort of disappointed, but it's gotta be repairable, right? And I want to be a future grease monkey. So, I figured, why not start repairing this awesome thing? So, it actually comes with a back seat as well. So you can see, Berg. And I can't put it on right now because that's there and it's blocking the way. And I don't know, you guys, if you have a keen eye, you may have noticed the fact that everything in the back, gear-wise, is gone. It's all gone, except for that gear, that chain, that's all one chain, and that's, oh no, oh, it's all rusty. Damn it, why did I leave it like that? I'm so stupid, man. See, this is how this whole repair process is gonna go. This is just video 1 where I'm explaining what the heck this thing is. And it's actually right next to my previous, maybe bad investment. The Step 2 Van 4.2, which has been in here since the beginning of winter. And I had to keep coming back here and recovering it. And it's got a trailer, but the trailer doesn't work and stay on, so I'm selling the trailer, but keeping the Step 2 Van 4.2. This thing is not leaving. God damn it. Continuing off how this thing came into my possession. So I asked around to see like who this belongs to, and I found the guy. And he told me that he picked it up 5 years ago, but now it's probably around 6 years because this has been here for nearly a year. I got this in like, I don't even know. I got this in like June. No. Hold on. I probably got it in August. August-ish. And I don't know what I'm thinking. I probably got this in August, somewhere around there. August, late August, September-ish. Maybe early August. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't work, obviously, which I previously showed you. And so the thing is, I wanted to tinker with it, see if I could figure out what was going on. Because maybe it was just something simple that I could fix, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's a working go-kart. And I was told that it worked, and then it wouldn't work, and then it would work, and then it wouldn't work, and then it would work, and it wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work, and wouldn't, and wouldn't, and wouldn't, wouldn't, and wouldn't, 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 wouldn't. So I decided I was gonna see if I could buy it. So I asked the guy, I was like, hey, how much do you want for the go-kart? And he said, that's a good question. Let me think. So I let him think, and I think the next day I went and I found him again. I was like, hey, what are you thinking on the go-kart? And he's like, you know what? He said, $60. $60 in Canadian currency of the Canadian dollar. So I pulled 3 20s out of my wallet and I gave it to him, and I regret that transaction ever since because this thing has done nothing. And so while I was there, I started to get to work, which is why it's missing everything. The hell? That's why this thing is missing all the everything. It was a pain in the ass to take apart because you had to take the rear wheels off, which was hard to do, and then we had to take everything like surrounding the gearbox is all plastic pretty much. It's the Berg Tornado. This is the gearbox. Oh god, and I'm losing pieces from it. The Berg Tornado. And so you take the gearbox apart, even just the chain that the pedals connect to. The chain itself had its own plastic covering that's in the shed. I'm gonna grab it. Okay, and that is just where the videos of the go-kart just end off, right there. I don't know if there was more videos on the SD card that I just didn't grab, that I forgot. But that's fine, because I'll explain the rest of the story now. So this, right now, where the ladder for our pool and this rug are, this is where the go-kart was initially, like right along here. You can see the fireplace is still there from where I recorded it. And the Step 2 Van 42 is missing. But fear not. It's still here. It's just back there. Anyways, as I was saying, I took it all apart, and I took all the plastic chunks off and everything, and it was, like, sort of hard to take apart, but it wasn't, like, that crazy. And after I did all that, we ended up going around and asking people, because I didn't find anything wrong with it, really. So we ended up asking people, like, hey, what do you think is the issue with this? And we had a couple people say, like, different ideas, but most people were clueless. And one guy said that he thought one piece on the actual like gear part of the go-kart, I'll show it on screen here, that needed to be welded in order for it to work. So when we brought it back here, we took it to a welder. The welder guy said, no, that's not it, it's something else. And so that didn't happen, and the go-kart sat for like a couple months. And then eventually we had some family members from up in Bracebridge come down, and we told them about the go-kart and how, like, I bought it and how it didn't work. And the guy is actually a welder, so he offered to take it down and weld it for me. or take it up and weld it for me. So we did. They brought it back and they shipped it back to us. And then the box with the go-kart crap just sat on our kitchen counter for like, I don't know, probably until after I recorded that video, because the go-kart was still disassembled at the time. So after that, way later, we had the parts and everything. We ended up deciding to finally put it together. So we grabbed all the crap and we took it outside and we mounted the whole gearbox thing. And I say we, me and my mom. We did it all, which was a pain in the ass to put on. And then the tires were all flat, which I did mention in the video, but it's not there. It's one of the clips that are lost. So we pumped up all the tires, and the rear 2 tires stayed inflated, but the front 2 tires, like, immediately. But we put the pedals and everything back on, and it worked. It actually moved. And so all we had to do was get inner tubes on the front tires. So we did. We went out, we bought inner tubes, and then we installed the inner tubes inside the tires, like, the next day, which was, like, so terrible, man. Oh my god. But then there was another issue. It was so slow. Like, it's not even funny. That thing, like, probably tops out at 10 kilometers an hour. I'm not joking. Or for you mile per hour people, probably around like 6 miles per hour. Something like that. Some would say 6 or 7. So funny. Anyways. It was super slow. And there was another issue, too. And that was that if I stopped pedaling at any point in time, because it had the ability to go in reverse as well. So if I stopped pedaling at any time and I decided to just coast, the go-kart would, like, stop and, like, it would lose all momentum. Like, it would just jerk. And so it was absolutely terrible, because it was, like, so hard to ride it, because you had to pedal 24/7, otherwise you just lose all the momentum. So I never rode it, and it stayed here, like, all summer, and nothing happened to it until, I think, probably around, like, just Ren's school started, something around early September. The people from Bracebridge came back down, and while they were here, they were taking the RV up north to Bracebridge so we could stay in it when we went to visit them. And guess what? They seen the go-kart, and we told them about how the new problems are here and everything. And I said that how I wanted to put a motor on it, because then it would be a gas-powered go-kart, and that would just be awesome. And so the guy's like, oh, well, I think I got, like, a little Honda motor or something that I could probably put on it for you. And so I was like, sure. And so they ended up strapping the go-kart to the back of the RV. Like, I'll play clips right now from edits that one of the edits I released. I have 2 more on the go-kart that I'm waiting to put out, because I wanted to make a full video about the go-kart first. Anyways, so they took it up to Bracebridge with them, and I went down to Bracebridge recently for one of their birthdays. And when I went down there, the go-kart was still strapped to the RV and everything. And so we ended up taking it down while I was there, literally one day into me being there. Well, like, we showed up at night the day before, so we literally went inside, chilled inside, and then we went to bed, and that was it. And the next day, we woke up, and then we went outside, and then, like, we took the go-kart off the RV, we went to their other property down the road, we went all the way into the bush, and grabbed this little Honda power washer motor that was on, like, a little wheelie cart, and we dragged it all the way up to his car, or he dragged it all the way up to his car. I was just, like, carrying, like, other extra things that he needed, a toilet seat, and we brought it back to their other property, the house with the go-kart and the like shed and everything where he's got all his tools. So then they went to work. Well, he went to work, just like checking out the motor. There were like vines and stuff growing through it and everything. So he had to clean it out. He actually had to go. We had to go back to the property because the cord to start it was all like the cord was ruined because the vine was like going in through it and everything. And so he decided just not to fight with it and that he was going to go up because he had another one that was like similar. And so he went to go get the entire starter off of that one. So we went back to his property. We went into the shipping container and grabbed the other one. And then we dragged that one back. We didn't get the whole motor. We just grabbed that specific piece. And then we brought it back over with the go-kart. And then we put it all together, put some gas in the motor and everything. And it took a little bit, but it fired up. And here's a clip of the motor running when it was still on the actual cart. And so once we actually got it running, it was really cool. And I think that's like pretty much all we did. He revved it at one point and then it made a loud like backfire and then the motor stopped. And then it took him a second. It was going vroom, 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 vroom. I don't know why I'm doing this. I can just show you a clip because I have a video of that. Anyways, it wouldn't start. And then eventually they got it to start again. And then it was going. But then they welded the base. He literally took the actual handlebar and the wheels off the cart. And then he just had the base. He welded the base to the frame of the go-kart at the back. Like at the very back. And then he attached the motor to it. And, like, that's the last I seen it. In person. That's the last I seen my go-kart. And I've been sent videos of the go-kart with the actual motor on and with it running and everything. And I'll put a video on here. It's 8 minutes long. It's like half the video. Anyways, there you go. There's clips of it. Yeah, it should be getting here, hopefully, on Halloween, and it's going to be a part of my costume. I'm probably going to make a whole video on Halloween just because of the go-kart. So, yeah. Also, this is also very important. I don't know why it took me so long to mention it. So, the original motor was useless because it won't continuously run. It'll stop after running for a little bit. So, now, apparently, they're putting a whole separate $500 Honda motor on the go-kart because the other one won't run continuously. So I haven't seen the new motor in action yet. It's all the clips are still of the old one, and I don't know the specs of the new motor. So I don't know. So this is all a mystery to me still. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next full-length video. And I don't know what that's going to be. It could really be anything right now. I have so many full-length videos that I need to edit, but I procrastinate too much. Alright, you guys better be happy with the dedication I put into these videos, because all of the clips that you just seen were on my old SD card from my old phone that I accidentally drowned. And what I did was I put that SD card in my tablet for some reason, and now I can't get it back out. So, like, I'm not even joking. I literally broke a SIM key trying to do it. Look at that. It's completely bent, and now it doesn't work. So now, I have it plugged into this. So I'm going to put the videos onto this, and then put the videos off of this and onto my phone so that I can edit them for you guys. You better be grateful. Alright? Bye.